Ween, live in Studio C on Channel 103.1. That was really nice.
Thanks.
Back to Base, a song found on the new album, White Pepper. Now, you guys met in high school, and you've been playing together ever since, and you started like this, just the two of you, and when you would play live, you had bass and drum on a tape?
On cassette, yeah.
Yeah.
And you did that for quite a while.
Like
for years.
10 years,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It's just something that we did for fun, just, after school or something.
Uh-huh.
We like to hear ourselves on tape.
But when you'd go out and play gigs, that's how you would do it as well.
Yeah, we'd have a tape machine.
Eventually, it was actually once we got on Elektra with the third record, and we started, obviously touring a lot more than we were used to. We were able to go overseas. In addition to America, it started to get a little bit. We knew we had to switch to being a band. It was just getting too uninteresting every night.
Well, you also don't have the luxury of spontaneity when you're...
Right.
Well,
exactly.
We did. It was in a different sort of way, though. It was much more of like a chatty. We would talk as much as we would play on stage,
Yeah.
Well, you have something like 6 or 7 albums out now, is that...
I think this is the 8th, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a lot.
Well, like I said, our audience is just learning your music, actually, because of this song, even if you don't. The image of Ween that some of us have in our minds is more raw, louder, not necessarily something that would get played here, but the reaction I get to the song is, like I said, conjures up images of the Beatles. In this New York Times story, they kind of compare you to Frank Zappa in terms of your lyrical content and the fun and the ironic twists you have in your songs. Do you go along with that at all?
Yeah, I'm a Zappa fan up until he started getting a little too sarcastic and a little too jaded.
A little mean.
Yeah,
a little mean.
Little too bitter, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much all the stuff he did in the 70s. I like the Mothers of Invention, though. He was cool then.
I like that comparison. Another one that I'm kind of hearing is XTC.
Yeah. We're influenced. We love music. Each one of us has a really huge, extensive collection of music, and
I think we're probably more influenced. We love XTC. I think I have all their. I bought all their records as they came out up until about like the Big Express or something. I think we're probably more influenced by the same bands that inspired XTC, though.
Yeah.
We're probably all Beatles junkies,
And that's evident, I think, in a lot of your sound.
British music, especially.
I think what comes across in this album, though, is a lot of different influences and musical talent as well. You have one song in here, "Bananas and Blow," that is just completely out of left field, but it shows that you're not one-dimensional at all. Ween is with us in studio. Do people call you Dean and Gene, or do they call you Aaron and Mickey?
whatever they want to call us.
Yeah, never.
Whatever makes them happy, they can call.
Never heard anyone.
You can call me Gene.
On the road.
All right, the show is tonight at the Roxy. At the Palace, and you're going to do another song for us.